So sometimes late last year, the government changed the textbook procurement model from the current one where we were selling through bookshops to a new one where we're going through the government. So bookshops were knocked out of the chain and the government was procuring books directly, and they're going to procure books at the ratio of 1:1. So they're going to buy 1 million copies per level, per subject. It was important for us to participate as a company because the entire market had been wiped out, which we were participating in through selling to the booksellers.
There was a lot of collaboration between our sales team and our delivery company, our courier companies, because they didn't know the places, and the team came out very well to help our logistical teams to get to the school and helped the turnaround of the first deliveries to schools. Most of this has taken a lot of teamwork and support from the customer service team to the sales team to the production team, because they have been very key to make sure that we get the books in time.
KICD always had a new directive every morning, changing goalposts. And so we had to be ready to attune our activities to the changes that were going to happen. And so a lot of consultation, running to the general manager's office all the time to get direction and be able to, cascade things and implement direction. And I think we got it right. So it was not an easy time, but we could see the end, and we all did what we had to do to deliver. The new curriculum, CBC, also came at a time when we had the World Bank project. You remember the World Bank project where all Form 1 students were supposed to receive 6 free books under the SEQIP project. And so we were fortunate enough to get mathematics, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and Kiswahili for Form 4. And so for us to be able to get that achievement, there's a lot of paperwork that was required by the World Bank, which we teamed again with Group Legal and all our other colleagues to get it together. And I remember, making the changes that KICD required. And, every other day, whether it was a Saturday and a Sunday, we had to be on standby to ensure that the corrections were done and the submissions done in time. And it was exciting. Sometimes when you're faced with a challenge, and you have the drive and the energy to deliver, then you go right ahead and do it. So we knew from the beginning that we had to be able to do this work and do it right.
The private school strategies is one of the key initiatives by the sales department here at Oxford University Press, East Africa. And the strategy is the adoption of our front list and back list titles here at the branch. This strategy was developed at the tail end of financial year 2016-2017 and implemented at the beginning of 2017-2018. The key objectives for this strategy were growing our market share as a branch in the private schools market from 10% to 30% within the same financial year.
Hospital Hill, being a public school like any other in the Republic, has embraced the new curriculum, which that is competence-based curriculum. And before taking off, teachers and the administrators were taken through a course. One, to understand how to handle the designs that are there, and then also the implementation part of it, to do the practice of lesson planning, being able to come up with what we call the IEPs, individualized education programs, for the learners who may be able not to cope with the curriculum as it was designed. And as a school, we started by creating awareness to the parents. Because one thing that we know is that as much as we are schooling, parents are very important stakeholders in the implementation of the curriculum. We have actually seriously engaged with the Oxford materials because we have taken quite a lot of time scrutinizing them against the designs. And one of the things that I would want to say is that comprehensive work has been done by the publishers.
The old curriculum mostly dealt with the production of the results after the 8 years. But in the new curriculum, there is that formative assessment that is more of continuous assessment. The teacher in the old curriculum used to be the medium of everything, the center of everything. But in the new curriculum, we have the learner as the center of learning. They want to look for the skills, the knowledge through the manipulation of the items. They learn in the compound, not only in classroom environment. Sometimes they will even engage the parents to do the homework with the learners.